Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at this little guy right here, and this is the Tactacam, and it's basically a lightweight action camera that's specifically designed for shooting. So whether that be paintball or airsoft or real steel, hunting, target practice, whatever, it's basically designed with that in mind. There are a couple different versions of it. There's basically, this one is the 5.0, which is essentially just like a telescoping camera or telescopic camera. And then they also have the wide version, which is a little bit more like your standard GoPro or something like that. So if you wanted to use it as like a helmet cam for like, you know, first person footage, the wide would probably be the one that you went with attached to a helmet, whereas this one would be the one that you would actually attach to your marker slash, you know, airsoft gun, whatever. In terms of mounting, they do have quite a few different options. There's things like a Picatinny mount. There is a mount so you could attach it to a barrel or to your scope, something like that. But the most interesting one, the one that I really wanted to show you, which I thought was really neat, would be the film through scope mount, or their Fts mount. I actually have the Fts already set up on a scope right here just to show you guys, and it's a really interesting little mounting system. It is, so just to clarify, this part right here, this is the Fts, this is obviously the Tactacam, this is just some random scope we had lying around. Cool part about it is that it will fit on almost any scope. It actually comes with a bunch of these like sizing rings so that it'll fit on just about any scope, not actually any scope, but like most of them, I would say. And then essentially you would just get the right ring, attach it on here, throw the Tactacam in there, and now the Tactacam can see what your scope can see. The way they do that is there's actually mirrors in this bad boy. So basically you're still looking through right here like you normally would, and then the camera is pointing this way, and it can see what you can see through the scope, which is pretty neat, right? So essentially, you know, like, if you want some really, really cool scope cam footage where you actually can see your reticle and you can see exactly what you can see through the scope, this allows you to do that, which I think is really nice. It does take a little bit of fiddling to get it set up properly. The fact that it'll fit just about anything means that you do have to do some adjusting, but it's not really a huge deal. You just have to like fiddle with it for a while, you know, do some test shots. And yeah, it just means that you can essentially record everything that your scope can see, which we think is pretty cool. In terms of controlling it, it is controlled through an app. So basically you download an app on your phone. That's how you change the settings, stuff like that. That's how you change the resolution. If you want to know the available resolutions, we'll post them up somewhere on the side here. We'll just list them for you because I can't remember off the top of my head. And yeah, you essentially would control it through your app. And there's even a remote that you can get. So if you have more than one of these, you can turn them all on and get them all recording all at once, which if you're running like 3 or 4 cameras, it sounds actually really, really useful because, you know, and I actually know someone who runs like 3 of these at one time. So having a remote so you're not like going through and turning on 3 different cameras and telling them all to record, I feel like that's convenient. I feel that's nice. And if you don't want to mount it directly to a scope, but you do want it zoomed in, it actually does have up to 8 times zoom that you can control through the app, which is nice. The battery life, they say, is around 2.5 hours, but I think that's dependent on settings. But either way, you got a couple hours battery in there. That's cool. It's got image stabilization. It records audio. It's waterproof. It's really lightweight. Like, it's just a nice little action cam. But yeah, like, what do you guys think? Specifically, like those of you that use cameras like this to record like gameplay or target practice or anything like that, are you excited about this? Because it does seem like it's got a lot of different mounting options. You got different camera options, different settings. Seems like it basically will fill like any need that you have. And specifically, if anyone out there has used this film through scope, I want to hear about it. Like, what is your experience with this thing? It seems like a really cool idea. We obviously only got a little bit of a chance to mess around with it. I haven't actually, like, you know, taken it out to a game or anything yet. But if you have, let us know what you think. Do you like it? Like, let us know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.